Chapter 1. What does it mean to be an INTJ female? Profile of an INTJ female. So, you're an INTJ female? Congratulations! You're part of the less than 1% of the population with that title. You've likely been misunderstood your entire life and probably haven't met other women like you. From the outside looking in, we are the solo woman in the corner of the coffee shop reading a book. We are the employee eating lunch at our desk or in our car instead of the break room. You're the one with a to-do list for each day, and your grocery list is organized by department. We wear our minimalistic black/white/gray wardrobe proudly and don't spend time on stereotypical female activities like shopping or gossiping, and we have very few friends. To an outsider, we're the woman with a death stare, a piercing gaze able to look right through a person. As an INTJ woman, you slightly scare and intimidate people. Others think we are void of emotion, but they will never know otherwise unless we choose to share this with them. When we INTJ women speak, we do so after we have carefully analyzed all facts and will then proceed to list in detail all the reasons someone is wrong. The list is long. On the inside, we have much more going on than just being an antisocial bookworm. As an INTJ woman, we are highly intelligent and love learning about anything that sparks our interest. We are highly strategic and always have a contingency plan and think at least 10 steps ahead. We can quickly put together pieces of information from the past along with new information to form a conclusion. This means we can often predict the outcome of events and often mutter, quote, "I told you so." We are very analytical and enjoy finding out the why and how behind everything. The INTJ woman thrives on organization and planning. We don't enjoy spur-of-the-moment changes, which can lead to us turning down last-minute invitations. You strive for efficiency in all areas of life and believe only you can do the best job by taking control of situations. While we appear quiet, we have dozens of conversations in our head each day. We're also not shy. We just need alone time to recharge because socializing is draining. There is no gray area for the INTJ female, and we base decisions from facts rather than feelings. The elusive INTJ female. We are few and far from the stereotypical female. We are difficult for others to understand since we break traditional female ideals. By learning more about yourself, you'll realize your personality type is unique, but perfectly acceptable. What does INTJ stand for? All these letters and no idea what they mean? Let's review a quick rundown of what INTJ actually stands for and means. The I is for introverted. This is how we gain our energy. We, INTJ ladies, thrive on alone time and can feel drained after too much human contact. We need time to be alone, recharge, and process emotions without others present. When an INTJ woman says her plans for the day are nothing, it means we actually plan on doing nothing, not that our schedules are open. We need that alone time. The N stands for intuition. Weird, but there couldn't be two I's, I suppose. This refers to the way the INTJ woman takes in information. We take in information and process it internally. We're not the type that needs to talk things out. We make decisions based off of gut feelings and quickly align new information with old information. We also tend to make decisions based off of previous experiences. Example: screw us over once, and we'll likely always assume you'll do it again. None of that mushy second chance stuff. Intuition is how an INTJ woman can tell what's going to happen next, and usually mutters, "Told you so." The T is for thinking. We make decisions based from facts and logic, rather than fuzzy feelings and consideration for others. It's not that we're cold-hearted, we really do have feelings. But when it comes to making important decisions, we like to look at the facts, the things that are tried and true. Making decisions based on feelings, insert cringe, leads to choices based on comfort, not on practicality. And we need practicality. Finally, the J is for judging. This is related to what we do with the information we've obtained. Our brains are hardwired to categorize, sort, and file information neatly away, and this is exactly what we do with each new fact. The INTJ woman is constantly comparing new information to old information and making connections at amazing speed. Although we are quick to piece information together, our judging side means we enjoy sticking to a plan and aren't one to improvise at the last minute. In case you're curious, and since you're an INTJ woman, I know you are, here's what the other letters stand for: extroversion, sensing, feeling, and perceiving. The opposite of us INTJ ladies, as you can see. How is being an INTJ female different from an INTJ male? It might not seem immediately obvious that there are key differences between male INTJs and female INTJs. We're both part of the same personality category, right? True. Both male and female INTJs exhibit the same personality traits, but the key difference between the two is how the world perceives and judges these traits. We're all familiar with stereotypes. Simply put, stereotypes are general ideas that apply to some, but not all, members of a group, but are generalized as common traits held by all members of that group. We female INTJs tend to break all the stereotypes for women, and we're proud of it. What is, quote, okay for males to do is not always socially normal for females to do. And speaking truthfully, people just don't know what to do when we don't fit into their idea of, quote, normal. Most girls indulge in at least a little gossip, and are even stereotyped as playing hard to get, dramatic, or coy. The female INTJ is not any of these things. We can't stand when people play games or make things more difficult than need be. Acting difficult in order to receive attention annoys us to no end, and we have zero tolerance for that. The INTJ woman is blunt and straight to the point, and we don't care to be around people that are anything but that. If we were to explain to someone that we don't like vagueness or games, they would likely not believe us since, quote, all women are like that. It can be a struggle to get others to understand that we mean what we say, and no reading between the lines is necessary. We're also not as outwardly emotional as most women, or even some men for that matter. We have plenty of emotions, but tend to keep them to ourselves. It could literally take days for us to process an emotion and slap a label on it, meaning no one would describe us as wearing our emotions on our sleeves. Even after we get a grasp on our emotions, we likely won't share them with anyone unless necessary. The INTJ woman loves facts and patterns. Strong emotions can be disarming since we don't make decisions based on feelings. We're labeled as cold-hearted because we don't like dealing with emotions. Many men don't know what to do with us, and many women feel shut down by us. Women are also stereotyped as compliant and go with the flow. Not us. We INTJ women challenge everything we view as incorrect or unjust. If we think a process could be improved upon, we won't just go along with it because a superior told us to. We will always voice our opinions. If that person is lucky, we may even phrase it in the form of a question instead of flat out telling them their way isn't efficient. The INTJ woman doesn't just accept something. We constantly challenge the status quo, look for ways to improve workflow, and demand a logical explanation for everything. One of our favorite things to do is to keep asking someone, why? And make them state in their own words that their logic is wrong. We're constantly saying, quote, I told you so, which can lead to people viewing us as arrogant or hard-headed. The INTJ woman is also very independent. This is due in large part to our introvert tendencies. We don't need, or even want, another person around in order to do things. If we want to go to our favorite restaurant or see the newest movie, we won't think twice about grabbing our purse and heading out solo. It's also hard for us to accept help because we see it as a handout, making us feel dependent and stupid, now owing one a favor. We are assertive and will not back down from our beliefs or challenges we may encounter. But in a woman, assertiveness is often labeled hormonal or dramatic. Partners often don't know what to do with a woman who doesn't really need or even want help, and our independence is often viewed as being cold and distant. Sometimes our relationships are viewed as backwards. The INTJ woman is the one typically not meeting her partner's emotional needs. Our interests and knowledge are parallel to typical male interests. We enjoy STEM subjects, independence, logic. We can likely fix a clogged pipe, or can figure out how to maintain our own vehicle. We have the confidence to research and tackle almost any project head-on, and it takes a lot for us to ask for help. If we do break down and ask for help, we're the women that hover and offer to hand you tools or ask if we can do it while you walk us through it. It takes a special guy to be okay with a woman who doesn't need help, although most friends will think it's so cool how we can tackle anything. One major difference between we INTJ females and other females is that we are not here to please others. We don't care if other people like us, if we have friends, or if we have plans on Friday night. The opinions of most people do not matter to us. We're not here to be the prettiest, most popular, or social. We're here to learn, take charge, and tackle every obstacle we come across. We may be viewed as outcasts or loners, although neither label offends us. Other women often don't know what to do with us because our priorities often don't align with theirs. Even if we do find other goal-oriented peers, they often don't make decisions based on the same reasons as us or live to the same standards as us. Many people are intimidated by us INTJ females because we are unpredictable by typical female standards. We don't fit into the idea of a stereotypical female, and I've even been called a woman with a male's personality. The characteristics we display aren't uncalled for, but they are more often displayed by men instead of women. One of the biggest obstacles in life for us is that we break the female mold. Men are often intimidated and turned off because they feel emasculated. Women are often also intimidated and turned off because they can't relate to us, or instead view us as competition. This often leaves us INTJ women alone until we can find partners and friends who can tolerate our independence, intelligence, and assertiveness.